Hi guys, well. So I say Rahul, Garg, welcome all of you to my today's session of the Manzil batch, and side by side welcome to the YouTube channel as well. If you have reached this video, please don't forget to hit the like button and please subscribe the channel as well by pressing the bell icon also. Okay, so we have been doing on Manzil batch, which is purely and totally MCQ focused batch, which will be very useful for the coming attempt and for the attempts which will be coming later as well. So we have been doing it for advanced account costing and FMSM, in which today we will be talking about the FMSM session number 4. So there are total 5 sessions of this subject, 3 are already done, and the 4th session we are doing it today. In the first 3 sessions, we have already completed the part of financial management entirely. As we know, when the paper of this subject is conducted FMSM, so there are two parts, FM part A and part B is the SM, that is strategic management. Both the parts constitute 50-50 marks in the examination, even though the syllabus and the time which is devoted to the financial management is much more as compared to the strategic management. Accordingly, out of 5 sessions, our first 3 sessions were dedicated to the financial management, where we had to talk about various practical questions aspect as well. But now the remaining 2 sessions will be focused totally on the strategic management. Let me see if we are live. Definitely we are live. Like, प्रेस करना मत भूलिएगा. Come on जी. So I immediately take all of you to the main screen where we are going to start with the today's session. Okay ji, come on. So as I said, FMSM session number 4 today. Let us do the marking and everybody will be with me. We shall do a brainstorming session as well with each and every MCQ, so that you may know what you are thinking versus what is correct. Okay, so FMSM session number 4 and chapters covered. You can see there are total 5 chapters in the strategic management, out of which we are dealing with the first 3 today. That is introduction of strategic management, the external environment analysis, and the internal environment analysis. So these 3 chapters MCQs we will be taking up today. Okay, so we'll be trying to touch upon maximum parts which we can. Okay, the first question which comes for us is here. Come on, Ji. So it says dash implies the blueprint of the company's future position, right? And the statements are given, options are given: vision, mission, intent, and goal. Now, when this type of question comes in the descriptive part, explain about the mission or write few sentences about the vision, etc. In that case, it is very easy, because obviously we will be writing what we know, and we will not be writing something which is confusing to us itself, right? But we cannot save our skin in the MCQ. If the question is giving the particular line and there is some fill in the blank, we should be well versed with the concept. So it says dash implies the blueprint. Hanji, what do you think? So Pallav Agarwal is there writing A. Anybody who is not satisfied with the answer A? So answer A is vision, then mission, then intent and goal. The correct answer over here is vision. Vision is the thing which implies the blueprint of the company's future position, where it wants to reach. What are you doing by which you will reach over there? That is called as the mission. What are you doing? That is the mission. But where do you see yourself in the future, in the long run? That is the vision. So the correct answer is vision. Question number 2. When we do the chapter number 1, that is introduction of strategic management, over there, this is a concept where we talk in detail about the levels of the management, where it is said corporate level, business level, functional level, etc. So the question number 2 is related to that. It says dash are responsible for the specific business functions or operations. Means the options are given as corporate level manager or business level or functional level. So out of the 3 we have to find the correct one, that out of these 3 which level managers are those who are responsible for the specific business function. What does it mean? When we do the costing, we do the topic 9, the budgetary control chapter, functional budget. Over there we see purchase budget, production budget, sales budget, labor cost budget, etc. So that is nothing but the function, right? So if I'm saying, let's say sales function, who will be responsible for that particular function? Sales manager. If I'm talking about marketing function, marketing manager. If I'm talking about the production function, so production manager, means the manager of that particular function shall be responsible. Accordingly, the perfect answer to this MCQ is functional level manager. So even in the examination, we can take a pause and rethink whether we are correct or not. Sometimes it may be possible that yes, immediately reading you will be getting the answer that yes, this is the right answer, but still in the examination condition, it is always preferable that we give a rethought so that we don't do any mistake. Okay, wonderful question, wonderful question. Ji. I will see how many of you can give the correct answer to that. So it says, which of the following is correct? There are few statements, I will read it. First says, strategy is always pragmatic and not flexible. Strategy is not always perfect, flawless, and optimal. Strategy is always perfect, flawless, and optimal. And strategy is always flexible but not pragmatic. Hanji, let me check who are the students giving the answer and what answer they will give to this question. Come on, Ji. Question number 3, answer I am waiting. Strategy is always pragmatic. What is the meaning of pragmatic? You can say to solve the problems in a practical manner. That is called the pragmatic. Hello, 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 hello. There should not be any lag. There should not be any lag now. Absolutely, the voice is fine. I could very well get it. The student is writing one thing again and again and again, means he is not the student. He is the YouTube terrorist spreading the false info. Haji. So what is the correct answer? Believe me, this is the very important MCQ and majority of the students will do it wrong. First option says strategy is always pragmatic and not flexible. No, a good strategy has to be pragmatic as well as flexible. So when it says it is only pragmatic, not flexible, means the answer is wrong. In the last option it says the strategy is flexible but not pragmatic. Again this option is wrong because the strategy must be flexible as well as pragmatic. Now, barring these A and D, there are two more options, B and C. C option says strategy is always perfect, flawless, and optimal. Not at all. In the practical world, in such a competitive environment, how can you say that the strategy which you have made is obviously perfect and flawless? No, strategy can never be perfect. Strategy can never be perfect. So, the correct answer is option B, my child. Correct answer is option B. Come on, Ji. Next question. We are moving to the external environment analysis. The term PESLE analysis is used to describe the framework for analyzing what? PESLE. हाँ जी, political, economic, social, technological, legal, and environmental factors. Right? It opens as follows. So PESLE is a framework to analyze. It says macro environment or micro, or it can analyze both micro and macro or none of the above. What's the correct answer? The correct answer is macro environment. PESLE analysis is a tool to analyze the macro environment because all the factors which I said, political, economic, social, technological, legal, environmental factor, these all are beyond the ambit of the organizational closed doors. So that means the macro environment. Next question. Which of these is not the Michael Porter's 5 competitive forces? So we know Michael Porter sub said there are 5 competitive pressures in the market, and if you're doing the business, you have to survive amongst those 5 pressure forces, out of which one is new entrants, then bargaining power of buyers, bargaining power of suppliers, rivalry, that means the competition, and the threat of substitutes. So which of the following, out of these 4 we have to find the odd one. So let us see. New entrants, is it one of the 5 forces? Yes. Rivalry means competition. Yes. Bargaining power of supplier? Yes. So what is not? Bargaining power of unions? No. This is not the competitive pressure as suggested by Michael Porter. So this is the correct option. This is the correct option, G. Next question. Wonderful again. It's the behavior and the belief system of the population. Means when you are analyzing the particular macro environment, and you are seeing in that the behavior and the belief system of the population, which one is the correct heading to that? Is it demographic environment or the socio-cultural or the economic or the technological environment? Yes, what's the correct answer? The students usually know that these are obviously not the option because we are talking about the population part, and the two option in which usually students get confused is demographic and the socio-cultural. But the correct option over here is socio-cultural. The demographic environment takes into account the other characteristics like the age, you may say, like the age of that population, etc., density of that population. That's the demographic thing. But the behavior and the belief system of the population are judged under the socio-cultural environment. Okay, moving to next. Following is not a characteristic of a global business. So in chapter 2, when we do the strategic analysis of the external environment, there is a particular topic called global business, right? So there are characteristics given. Now the global business has got 3 characteristics as per the information given in our study material, but here are the 4 options. So we have to find which of these is not the characteristic. Let us see. First one says it's a conglomerate of multiple units. Fair enough. Yes, it's a global business is a conglomerate. Conglomerate means it is spanning over various kind of businesses. It is spanning over various kind of businesses. Means it is not only in one business, but it's a conglomerate. To diversify its risk, it has the portfolio of more than one business. So that's a characteristic. Common pool of resources, again that's a characteristic of the global business. All the resources are pooled together. Common strategy, definitely the top level management which makes the strategy makes the common strategy. But common currency for transaction, this is the correct option. This is not the characteristic, because a global business is operating in so many countries, and we know normally each and every country has a different currency. So there cannot be the common currency for the transactions in the global business, child. Very right, Ji, very right. So Abhishek and Pallav gave the correct answer, Ji. Kudos to you. Kudos. हाँ जी. Come on, Ji. Next question. PLC is dash shaped curved. Arey dash shaped curve, leave it. First of all, tell me what is the full form of PLC. What does it tell? PLC, product life cycle. So on a graph, this curve basically shows the pattern of the sales of the product with respect to the time. With respect to the time, it shows the sales of the product. So question is saying which kind of curve is this? Either it is S shape, T shape, U shape or C shape. So the correct answer is, child, it's an S shaped curve. When you make it diagrammatically, it shows as the S shaped curve. Moving to further, next question number 9. Again, Michael Porter gave one good theory which was called as the value chain analysis. So this question is based on that. Value chain analysis is a method of examining each dash in value chain of a business in order to identify the areas of improvement. So it says value chain is a method of examining either it's each activity or each product or each division of the business, or anything, means all of the above. You can do activity analysis, product analysis and the division analysis as well. What does the value chain analysis do? So Michael Porter said that under the value chain analysis, we will be analyzing each and every activity of the business so as to further bifurcate into the value added and the non-value added, so as to remove the non-value adding ones. So the correct answer is activity. The correct answer is activity, not D but A answer, Ji. Moving to next question number 10. So it says dash are the activities, child, concerned with receiving, storing and distributing the inputs to the product. So we have to find out what is it called. I'm reading it once again. Activities concerned with receiving, storing and distributing the inputs to the product means what's happening over here. For example, so this is the store, and from this the material shall move to the factory, and the goods are coming into the store from the supplier place. Okay, so it is saying receiving first of all, then storing and then distributing the inputs to the product. It's talking about the inputs. That's the keyword, inputs. So we are sending the inputs to the factory. So which one of these best describes this? Option 1 is inbound logistic, then outbound logistics, then operations, or marketing and sales. Tell me, Ji, which is the correct answer? Tell me the correct answer. Operations, marketing and sales. Which one is the correct? Inbound logistics. Students sometimes just read it distributing and they mark the outbound logistic as the correct answer. But the keyword over is input, not the final product which you need. If I'm talking about distributing the final product which we have produced, then yes, the answer should have been the outbound logistic. But over here we are talking about the inputs. So the correct answer is, child, inbound logistics. And operation, what is the meaning of operation? So operation basically means converting the raw material into the finished product. Okay, coming to the next one. It says a dash is a person or business that buys the product or service from the organization. For example, I am having the organization. This person is buying a product or service. So what that person will be called? What's the technical name for that person? Consumer, customer, producer or seller. It's for sure that the person who is buying, he is neither the seller nor the producer. So we have to find the correct answer out of the consumer and customer.
For a layman, these two terms have the same meaning. Consumer and customer have the
same meaning, and many times this is the same thing. Many times this is the same thing. For example, in the scorching heat,
you're going somewhere, then you stop suddenly and you say,
it's too hot, I need to take a drink.
And you go to the shop, you say, boss, give me one Pepsi or it's a Coca-Cola or some juice, etc.
Take it and you consume it.
So you are the consumer because you gave the money for that, you bought that, and you itself consume that. So consumer and customer are same.
But otherwise, if I have to do it technical analysis of this, the person who is buying, we are not talking about the consumption over here. The person who is buying, what that person will be called? He will be called as the customer, not the consumer. Not the consumer. For example, in your childhood, you used to study in a, let's say, first or second grade in a school, and the school management said, the teacher said to you that next day
every child will carry 2 pencils
and you had 1 pencil. So you ask your mother or father that please go to the market and
buy
a new pencil for me because I have to take it to the school tomorrow. So your parents used to go to the market and buy that. So the person who is buying, they are the customer. But who is consuming? You are the person who is consuming. So there is a difference between the two.
The person who makes the payment, who buys, that is called
as the customer. I hope it's clear now. Okay, moving to the next one. It says key success factors vary from dash to dash. Key success factors for any particular field of operation, there are certain factors which are called as the key success factor. That if you tick these boxes, then you are bound to get the success. For example, when a student comes into this course, we say that you have to
be very focused, you have to be determined,
and you have to follow the discipline with consistency in your schedule, and then yes, you can be successful. So similarly, it says key success factor vary from, the first is industry to industry, firm to firm, consumer to consumer, or supplier to supplier. Obviously, these are the irrelevant option, consumer and supplier. So we have to find out between the industry and the firm. For example, there I am talking about the company, let's say Coca-Cola, and let's say Pepsi, and let's say Thumbs Up. Okay, so now these are the 3 firms in a single industry. So will the success factor be different for each one? Not at all. The key success factor is going to be same for each. Means the key success factor doesn't change from firm to firm, but from industry to industry. So option A is the correct answer. This child is very good. Abhishek Shukla, he is writing the question number along because he knows in the live streaming sometimes the teacher may go ahead or he may go ahead, etc. So he is writing down the question number as well. Very nice, Ji. Very nice, Mr. Shukla. We are proud of you. Okay, Ji, come on. Next question from the internal environment analysis. Now, the remaining questions 13 to 20 shall belong to this particular internal environment analysis chapter. Okay, so there is something called SWOT analysis: strength, weakness, opportunity, and threat. The goal of SWOT analysis is to dash the organization's opportunities, and strengths, while dash its strength and dash its weaknesses. So basically we have to find out what action the organization should take for the opportunity and strength, for threats and for weakness. Okay, whenever there is such type of question, you don't need to worry much. First of all, just think about this, or just think about the easiest one. So I will think from this perspective. Now let us see the options. Only the first thing, if you see in the answer with the commas, there are 3 things given: 1, 2, 3, for all the 3 blanks. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So first of all, we will eliminate the wrong options. The goal of SWOT analysis is to dash the opportunity. So it says, first option says avoid the opportunity. Will you avoid the opportunity? Not at all. So this is the correct option. Second is exploit. Third is again avoid. So this is again the wrong option. I have to now find between the B and D because the first part is correct. First part is correct. Exploit and exploit. Correct. I have to exploit the opportunities. Then while dash its threats, just remember we have to think only between B and D. So D says while avoiding the threats. How can in a competitive world you avoid the threat?
If you know that certain threat is coming, you cannot say, I cannot say. It is just like you go to a
jungle and the lion comes suddenly in front of you
and you close your eyes. and
you think that the lion will not eat you because your eyes are closed. So this is the wrong thing to do. This is the wrong strategy. So again, this is the wrong answer, means this becomes my correct answer. I will exploit the opportunity, neutralize the threats, and correct my
weaknesses.
so this becomes the correct answer, child. Very right, very right. The students who are giving the correct answer. Moving to next question number 14. It says there is something called strategic group mapping. It says it helps in. What is the meaning
of strategic group mapping? So in the strategic group mapping on a
graph, you portray all the rivals, means the competitors, in a circle. The
weak ones as well as the strong ones, means whosoever is your competitor in that industry will frame all those.
So it says strategic group mapping helps in number one, identify the strongest rival, identifying the weakest rival, or identifying weakest and strongest. So yes, the best option is C, which takes into account the weakest as well as the
strongest
rival companies. Correct, Ji. Then says number 15, a firm successfully implementing a differentiation strategy
would expect. So there are strategies, cost leadership, and differentiation, and third one
the focused one. So we are talking about differentiation strategy. So it's a firm, if it is
implementing a differentiation strategy,
would expect customers to be sensitive to price increases. Not at
all.
Not at all. If you are offering a differentiated product, the customers are not at all sensitive to the price increases. To charge premium prices, yes. If you are in a differentiation, if you're providing a differentiated product, you can definitely charge the premium price. You will expect customers to perceive the product as standard. Not at all, my product is not standard. You will expect the to automatically have high levels of power or supply. No, not connection, not at all a connection. So the best option is to charge the premium prices if you are offering a differentiated product, just like Apple organization products. They are offering a MacBook Pro, which is
very much different from all the Windows laptops.
So this is a differentiated product and they are in a position to command the premium prices as well. No, 15th answer is not C, 15th answer is B. They will charge the premium prices, child. Next question. Key stakeholders, yes. So there is one Mendelow's matrix, which is also known as the
stakeholder analysis matrix.
So it says key player stakeholder matrix in Mendelow's matrix are dash power and dash interested people. So basically
in a stakeholder matrix or Mendelow's matrix,
there are quadrants, 4 quadrants. It's a 2-dimensional graph.
X-axis, Y-axis. On X-axis there is the interest, on Y-axis is the power. So
on the base of power and interest matchup, we give the name to the quadrant. So out of that, one quadrant is key player stakeholder. So it is asking which power they hold and how much they are interested. So the key stakeholder, the key player stakeholder, the name itself says key player, means these are the key players. You cannot ignore them. And the person to whom you cannot ignore is definitely having the high power and highly interested people. So we are talking about the stakeholder, shareholders, CEOs, board of directors, etc. So these people come under this particular quadrant, child. Next, question number 17. So it says this type of marketing includes additional customer services and benefits that a product can offer besides the core and actual product that is being offered. So besides the core and actual product, it says the product you are offering, besides that, additional customer service and benefits. If your product is offering, what type of marketing is it called? For example, I have to fly from Pune to Delhi. I booked an Indigo flight. Okay, fair enough. I book an Indigo flight. So they are charging me, let's say, 10,000 a ticket for one-way trip from Pune to Delhi, and in which obviously they are giving me the service that they will take me in a plane to from Pune to Delhi. But we are saying what additional services they can give. So announcement at the boarding gate. It was announced at the boarding gate that you can now come and make a queue for boarding. Now, simultaneously they announced that if you want to do fast track, if you want to go on a fast track basis, then you can pay us rupee 500. Your luggage will come ahead of everybody and we will board you first, so that you don't have a hassle at all. So this is the additional customer service. So what is it called? Options being social marketing, no. Augmented marketing, yes. Direct marketing, no. Relationship marketing, no. This type of marketing is called as the augmented marketing, child. Then it says the main channels of distribution don't include. So in this chapter, we talk about the channels of distribution. There are mainly three channels: sales channel, product channel, and the service channel. Channel means the distribution network, the distribution pattern, and the organizations which have the
strong command on the channel distribution.
distribution. They may launch any product that is bound to be successful because they have a wide range of distribution network, like Patanjali, like Hindustan Unilever, etc. So the odd option out of these is this customer channel.
So this is the
odd option. This is not a channel of distribution. Okay. The next one says it's a set of unique features of a company and its product. So it says the company and its product have certain unique features which are perceived by the target market as significant and superior to the competition.
means it is saying, for example, in an industry there are
five competitors. There are five firms, okay, competing with each other.
out of that firm X, for example, firm X
is a superior, or let's say,
let us put it this way, that it is perceived by the target customer as superior
to all others. So what is that phenomenon called? Is it called core competency or competitive advantage or cost leadership or none of the above? So obviously this is the wrong option. The correct option out of all is competitive advantage. When out of five, one person is being perceived by the target market being superior, means they are saying that you are having an advantage which the
other competitors are not having. That means
competitive advantage. 20th question, the last one for the session. The firms that compete based on dash and target dash market follow a focused cost leadership strategy. Okay, you have to be very careful in this question. Focused cost leadership strategy. When we say focus and cost, so firms that compete based on, again there are two fill in the blanks. We have to first of all eliminate the option as per first. Firms that compete based on, it says price. The question is saying cost leadership. That means definitely you are competing on the basis of price, because I can give the product in the least cost to you. Means yes, price is the correct answer. Second option says firms that compete based on uniqueness. No, it will be then differentiation strategy. The cost leadership organizations don't say that my product is unique. They may say that our product is same, but yes, our price is competitive as compared to others. So second option is wrong. Similarly, third option may be correct, but the fourth option is absolutely wrong. So with respect to the first blank, we know that A or C the correct answer. And target dash market. So if you are following a focused strategy, will you target a narrow market or a wide market? Obviously the narrow market, which is over here. So this is the correct answer. Over it was broad. So it is the wrong option. The correct option is A, where we are saying firms that compete based on price and target the narrow market follow a focused cost leadership strategy. So these were the MCQs for the today's session. I hope you must have got a little bit
extra knowledge, or if not knowledge, this must have been a good revision of few concepts. That is,
quickly we can sum up these things, right guys? And I also hope कि हमारी तैयारी जो है अच्छे से चल रही होगी. The exams are just around the corner. In another
40 days roughly we will have our exams,
and please keep up doing the hard work, because this is the need of this particular time. Sometimes
it may happen that we
may lose the track, but
just make sure, even if this happens, this
doesn't continue for too long.
You will lose
The track for, let's say,
2 hours, 4 hours, 6 hours, 8 hours, even 1 day or 2 days.
That's not a problem. Till the time you
are coming back, just make sure that
yes, we have to pass in May, or I may put it this
so
way,
that we have to try our best to pass in the May
attempt. At least we should be sure enough that yes,
we are going to give our best. That's the only thing
which is in our hands, and that's the thing which I want from all of you guys, right? So we will take the rest. The session is complete. I'll meet you
tomorrow, next session, for the
another subject, and in another 4-5 sessions are this Manzil batch
for all the